Millions of South Koreans just became younger. Yep, you heard that right. New laws in effect are replacing the country's traditional aging method. So, what does that mean? Here's what to know.
Mickey Hyun, I'm Senior Manager of External Relations at the Korean Cultural Center in New York.
Describe what the three ages are: calendar age, international age, and Korean age.
So there have been traditionally three different ways of how Koreans count age. The first is a traditional Korean age, which means once a baby is born, you're already considered 1 year old. The calendar age, where you add an age when the calendar year changes. So on January 1st, you add a year. And then the international age that we're most familiar with, which is just based on your date of birth. So Korea has passed a law that basically has standardized everything to use the international age to be the de facto way of counting one's age. Legally or for administrative forms, that doesn't really change much because we've been using the international age on these documents for decades. But socially and culturally, that's a little bit of a shift. So a lot of people will actually be becoming, or have technically already become, 1 to 2 years younger than they already consider themselves.
How is this going to affect the everyday routine?
I think for everyday day-to-day lives, it's not really going to be a drastic change at all for anyone. However, even with the new standardization, certain things like the year that you enter school, military service, and as well as age-restricted products like alcohol and tobacco, that's still going to be based on the calendar age system. Also, I think it's very interesting that culturally and socially, Korea has traditionally been a very age-focused, hierarchy-focused society. That means, a lot of social relationships and how we think about each other relative to one another is based on age. But I think this is a shift towards something a little bit different. We're going to have to rethink of how we make connections with one another and even existing relationships too, because it's maybe going to be less based on age, more just about a person-to-person connection.
I'm Linda Gaudino, News 4 New York.